In Uganda, the number of girls dropping out of school remains high. Figures from the country's Ministry of Education indicate that over 35% of girls leave school annually due to pregnancy. But one school in northern Uganda is giving pregnant girls a second chance in education. CCTV's Isabel Nakirya has the story.
In many parts of Africa, girls who fall pregnant while in school will either be forced into early marriage or chased out of the home. In Uganda, such girls would be expelled from school and sometimes not allowed to sit for the national exams, according to the Ministry of Education's regulations. Education advocate Dennis Ola comes from northern Uganda and says the deep-rooted culture here has low regard for girls who fall pregnant while in school.
Our culture tends to be so protective for the male sons. Men look at the male children as the heir of the family. And so if a girl gets pregnant, it is looked at as her fault.
But in northern Uganda, there are cases of child mothers who fell victim to the Lord's Resistance Army rebels and have had to drop out of school. 20-year-old Rebecca Akelo got pregnant at 16 after being raped by a man she could not identify. Akelo said she did not disclose this to her mother until she discovered she was pregnant. She was expelled.
It was the day when my parents were not there. Then that man came and raped me when I was asleep. Then by the time I realized that I'm pregnant, and I told my mother.
Akelo is one of the lucky few girls who have managed to go back to school and has had her baby with her in school. She has joined over 200 girls with similar stories in this school in the northern Uganda district of Padero that admits child mothers and their babies. Hundreds of pregnant and breastfeeding mothers have acquired both formal and informal education from this center. Officials here say they have restored hope to child mothers who never thought of having a second chance in education. UNICEF education specialist Rosemary Rugamba says they are working out a policy with the ministry to get pregnant girls back in school.
We have many girls dropping out when they're child mothers and not either being given an opportunity to go back to school or somehow, affected by being young mothers and don't have adequate support.
Education specialist Rugamba says the other key challenge in Uganda's lower education system is the overwhelming numbers of students compared to teachers, which he says has lowered the quality of education in the country. Isabel Nakirya, CCTV, Northern Uganda.